Wait, where's my vape?
Welcome back to the Player One podcast. I am your host, Squid, and today I am joined by Milky Haze. Very happy to have you back onto the podcast for the first episode back.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Nick. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. So, how were your holidays? I feel like it's not too late in January to say Happy New Year still, right?
Oh, not at all. No, they always go by so fast, man. Cool time of the year. You know, I got to see my family. I went to space camp, and my folks are like an hour away from there, so I got to hang out with them for a few days. And back here.
How was
Savannah.
space camp? I only heard good things about it, man.
It's a good time. Never been there for previous, because I know they had events there for Base Center. But yeah, that was my first time in that venue. It's crazy. Beautiful place, beautiful people, beautiful music, and a lot of the artists there were amazing. Shout out all of them. Yeah, got to hang out with some good people. It was a good time.
Did you have like a favorite?
Come next year.
Yeah, dude. Do you think it'll be a repeating thing, or do you think it was a one-off?
Oh, I hope so. It's definitely a good event. They could definitely do more.
Yeah,
and
no,
then for other artists too.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely keep doing stuff at that Coliseum in general. I mean, I'm planning on going to the Coliseum for Excision with one of my friends. We've had the ticket for 2 years now because it's been rescheduled like 2 years now.
Oh, damn.
But we're doing that, I guess, in like a week or so from now. So.
Oh, have you ever been there before? Or
yeah, no,
Coliseum?
I went to a center event, but that was
Nice.
about it. I didn't do anything else other than that.
Yeah, that's a good time.
But yeah, how did you spend the rest of your holidays? I know everything's been crazy with Omicron, and I didn't think that we'd be still talking about COVID on the podcast, but here we are.
I know. Here we are. No, it was good. Like I said, I went hang out with my family. Got to go snowboarding too. That was awesome. That's I live in Savannah, Georgia now, so that's the toughest part about living away from my folks. They live like an hour away from all the resorts. So now I'm like where I'm at now. It's like an 8-hour drive whenever I want to go shred.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Is that where you started like learning how to snowboard?
In Virginia? Yeah, mass nutting.
Dude, how long have you been doing it? Because I'm a skier and I've been doing it for a minute, but I haven't been able to find anywhere around here to go do that.
Yeah, like 2-3 years. Year one was the hardest, but you know, you just try and do it a couple times a year. And if you can do it more than one day, like a 2-day event or 3-day, that's the best way to do it.
No, for real. I mean, respect to it too, because I started out snowboarding too, and I gave up on it really quick, dude. I got so mad about it.
Skiing scares the shit out of me.
Wait, what? I feel like skiing is the easier option.
What? I feel like, cause you have so many things, your hands, your legs. Like if you fall and you lose one, you're gonna have to like spend time looking for your shit. We're snowboarding. If I fall, like I just fall on my ass or my face, I just get back up. I don't gotta find anything except for my teeth if they fall out.
See, snowboarding scares me because your feet are planted in the same place. So I feel like if you lose your balance, it's tougher to like regain it because of the fact that you're so stuck in one position.
That is a tough part, but you get through it.
Yeah, I don't know. But I need to find some places to do it around here, man. I've been itching to do it. And I got to do it a little bit over the holidays as well. But I mean, like you said, you got to find a few days to do it rather than like one-off time. But
I haven't been yet since I've been here in the South, but I heard there's a few spots by you. Beach Mountain, Sugar Mountain. Those are good spots.
I have heard of Sugar Mountain, but there are some places. I'm from Jersey, and there are some places up in the north in Jersey that are like Sugar Mountain, or at least it sounds like they're like Sugar Mountain, and you don't want to be fucked with those. It's just like skiing on a sheet of ice, and it's just not a good time.
That's like Virginia.
Is it really? Is it that way too?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like
yeah. Especially at night. Night skiing is the worst, dude. So much ice.
Dude, I enjoy night skiing though. It's fun.
I love it, just not in Virginia.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's too funny, man. Well, I guess we're here to talk about your project and also the show coming up. So we'll talk about your project first. I feel like it's a super basic question to ask, but I feel like your name kind of prompts it. Where did you get the inspiration for your name?
So this crazy story. I was just watching the sunset one day with my friends, and we were like, at first I was going by Double Dubs. That was like my first name I came up with. But I don't know. One day I was thinking, I was like, you know, I love space so much, and one day I was like, man, like how about like the Milky Way? And my friend was like, "How about Milky Haze?" I was like, "Oh shit!" And then since then we just roll with that.
Just a suggestion, just straight up.
Just a suggestion. I was like, "Damn, how have I never thought of that?"
Because I feel like people have like these crazy elaborate stories as to why they chose their name as their kind of call sign for their music project. But
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, just hanging out watching the sunset. And it's like, you know what?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty tight.
Hey, the best things come to those who watch the sunset. Beautiful things can be manifested.
Words to live by.
Like your DJ name.
One of the coolest things about your project in general is the fact that you implement live instruments to your sets. And two of those things that you do, I don't know if you do more than them, but you play saxophone and guitar. How long have you been playing either of those?
Guitar about 2.5 years now. Self-taught, same with saxophone, taught myself. In saxophone, I started June last year. So about like what, a year and 6 months, 4 months.
Yeah, damn. I mean, what made you decide to like make that part of your live performance?
I guess it all started my first music festival. I went to Bonnaroo. That was when I was first learning the guitar. And when I went to Bonnaroo and saw like how DJs can, like, they're more than just DJs. So it's like, whoa, I could do that. So went home, started just twisting everything a little bit differently. And then when I saw Zoo at Moonrise, he brought a guitarist and saxophonist out on stage. That was second time I've seen a saxophone act. I think Big Gigantic was my first one. And that performance right there was like, I need to do that. That looks so fun.
What year of Bonnaroo was that? Because I feel like I was there for that.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, no, I was there for that.
Yeah, the year that Odessa was there.
Yes,
they were the main reason I went. Huge Odessa fans.
Dude, that was a fun year too. We had Childish Gambino as well.
Mhm.
Just some phenomenal acts. I think that Brockhampton also played. We had Liquid Stranger out.
Yeah,
it was a good ass time.
Dude, that was my very first festival too.
That was your first.
Mm-hmm.
What a first fest, man.
Yeah.
Did you see that the lineup for 2022 just dropped?
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
Dude, what did you think of it?
So crazy story. When you were asking about like the instruments, so one of the main reasons I picked up a guitar is I watched a YouTube video of Tosh Sultana, shredding, and she's gonna be on the Bonnaroo lineup. So I was like, dang, gotta go support.
Is she like the person that you would say that you're most looking forward to out of that whole lineup?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Hands down.
I saw that she played Shaky Knees a little while ago in Atlanta, and I almost sent it to Shaky Knees specifically for her as well. Because really? I don't know if you know the background of her project, and I also don't know if this is true, but there was a rumor that there was a point in her career where she was like a street performer performing with an instrument and just kind of like earning money from people walking by. And I think she like tripped for a certain amount of time that changed the chemistry in her brain to be able to perceive music differently. Is that true? I don't know if you might know this better than me, if she's like the inspiration for you choosing to use instruments in your project.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. I know my buddy told me the same thing, that she had something happen where she experienced something like that. That music really helped pull her back to reality, but I'm not sure the specifics of that. But I know that street performing was big. It's big for her. That's something that while I live in Savannah now, I do the same thing. Try and make some extra money because times are rough.
True, dude. That's so cool. Do you have like a specific place you do it at?
River Street.
Okay.
Right on the river, right on the boardwalk.
That's so tight, man. Yeah, but I'm trying to send it to Bonnaroo this upcoming year. It looks crazy. I mean, like,
dude, let's go.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
Let's go.
For like, I think it's the third. I have the lineup pulled up. The third day, headlining is Tool and Flume. Like just immediately, right off the bat, I'm there.
Yeah, when I saw Flume's name, I was like, because he was going to be on at 2020, but then it got canceled. And that was the reason why I was going to go too. Because I've never seen Flume. Flume's a huge inspiration of mine. Yeah,
dude. I feel like he doesn't play a lot of shows anymore. I don't know why that is, but I mean, I feel like he doesn't have to. But yeah, man. I feel like just the playing instruments in general just adds so much more of like a different layer to like live performances in general, just because we don't have a ton of it. And I mean, I feel like a lot of people that DJ know that DJing is relatively easy and anybody could do it. It's just the skills that come from it are all based around both timing and like choosing like your selection for like your track list in general. So like I really respect it. And I mean, like it's definitely adding a whole another level of skill to what you do in general.
Yeah, dude, it's so much fun. Like when I think of like DJing without playing an instrument, I'm like, how do these guys do it? Like you're up there just standing and doing that. Like I feel like time would go by so slow. Playing an instrument, like I love doing it, so it's crazy. I'll be on the stage and then like the blink of an eye, it's already over. I'm like, how'd that happen? It goes by too fast. But yeah, so I know there'll be a day where I have to do like a set without an instrument. Like if I'm like a sound camp at like a festival and it's cold outside, the sax won't sound good in the cold. So I have to do that one day. But it's nice to be able to do it now. Yeah, this it's like if it's cold, the sax doesn't sound as good. Because it's a wind instrument, woodwind. So the temperature like affects the tube. Yeah.
I never even
Yeah.
thought of that.
I was recording a live stream DJ set in my buddy's garage last week. It was in Charlotte too. It's cold as hell, and we had to put a heater right next to the sax to keep it warm. But it worked.
Preheating the saxophone. I love it. I love it. Dude, that's so funny. Oh my God. Well, I mean, I have to ask, are we going to be seeing a lot of that at the Daily Bread show in Columbia?
Absolutely. So I have a brand new EP I'm working on. I'm going to be playing a lot of songs off that there and some unreleased stuff. But yeah, you'll be definitely be seeing that.
So we're going to get the saxophone and the guitar treatment or just the sax? What are you thinking?
Both.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it, man. Love it. Well, 2022 already looks like it's going to be a pretty decently big year for you because you have this show coming up. And then you also, I saw that you got put on the lineup for Wham Bam up in North Carolina as well.
Yes. Very first festival. I feel so good.
Dude, I don't know much about Wham Bam. I don't even know if it's been around for more than a year, but it looks incredible. I mean, like it's like what, all comic book themed and they got like video games and all kinds of weird shit going on. I don't know.
Yeah. The place to be, the weirder, the better. Yeah, and I mean, the first year.
It's got to feel good also just performing with so many amazing acts and like such a variety of a lineup as well. I mean, the Disco Biscuits, Papadozio, and then we have like Black Carl, DMVU, like some amazing bass music acts and some amazing jam and electronic bands, I guess you could call them, acts just coming through. It looks really like it's going to be a very interesting mix of vibes.
Oh yeah, and that's only phase 1 too. Phase 2 is coming soon. I'm not sure who's going to be on it, but I can only imagine.
Oh yeah, they didn't announce the other headliner, did they?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I wonder who it's going to be.
I'm trying to make it happen for myself because that's like my birthday weekend, but it's so close to Okeechobee. I don't know if it's going to happen.
1 week away. It's like I still want to go to Okie and do like a sound camp there, but it's like 2 festivals back to back. Not for the week.
Dude, I'm gonna be so broke. It's so stupid. And there's so many amazing festival lineups that have been coming out already. I mean, we have Bonnaroo. Coachella just dropped. I'm not a Coachella person, but the lineup looks insane.
Always insane.
Soul Fest, I think it's called, just got announced for Florida. And that's like Mr.
Yesterday.
Bill. Yeah, it's Mr. Bill, Minnesota, and then they haven't announced their other headliner, but the rest of the talent on there is insane.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
It's crazy, man.
Florida's music scene is just different. Like where we're at now in the Carolinas, like we're still doing good, and like the North, it's kind of not as intense as it is. But Florida's music scene is so different, man.
In what way?
Yeah. It just the way they're able to have like more shows and just more traffic coming their way, and it seems like especially with when COVID happened, because I'm from Virginia, there were barely any shows happening that way. And so when I was living down here, it was kind of like a blessing in disguise. Like I was able to still get put on these lineups, these shows. And I was just thinking like, I don't know if that's like a North or South thing. I've never lived in the South before. This is my first year ever, like living down here. I live in Savannah, Georgia now, but it's crazy to think about just how the dynamics are just different, like up North versus the South with music.
Were you ever like worried about that? Just being able to play shows during all the craziness that was happening at the beginning of the pandemic?
Oh, kind of. Like the very beginning of the pandemic, I didn't even play my first show yet. I was just in my room learning how to DJ, trying to find out how to mix the instruments. And it wasn't until this past summer I got my first gig in at the Music Yard in Charlotte. Yeah, where you're at.
Damn.
And then yeah, since then it's just that was the biggest thing that could have happened in my music career, is getting that first gig. Since then I've been able to land like 10 others.
So
But
wait,
at first it was sad.
when did you start producing?
I've just been doing the instruments for a little bit longer. Producing it's about last year. Yeah.
Word, man. That's so exciting. That's so awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm still new at it, but it's so much fun. Like what you put into it is what you get out of it. You know, if you're gonna put in like a few hours, you know, you're only gonna get a few hours of results. But you gotta treat it like anything. The more time you put in it, like you're gonna get the most out of it.
Absolutely.
And it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Like like I thought instruments were like my thing, and they still are my thing. But like the feeling I get when I make a banger and I can just like play it in my headphones like 10 times in a row and dance around my room, like that's ecstasy. Like
Yeah, and you hit
it's crazy.
you hit it with the old car test. You know, you get in the car and play it on the speakers.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. I mean, you mentioned Tash Sultana, but I mean, since you kind of fresh to producing, who have been some of your inspirations for producing electronic music? I mean, you also mentioned Flume as well, but are there any others that have kind of like steered you in the direction you're going?
Yeah. So I love funk music. So definitely you know, Big Gigantic, Grizz, Grammatic, and also like bass music. You know, I don't just like funk. Experimental basses is where my heart is at. So there's been a lot of producers like the Soulfest lineup, like all those artists there. I listen to all of them. They're all huge inspirations. That's why I can't wait for everyone to hear this EP. Like it's called Space Bass. It's definitely got some instrumentals to it, but Space Bass is a lot of bass. I can't wait to share it with you guys. And you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it at the Daily Bread show. Oh
man, so excited. Speaking of which, you've been hearing us mention it a lot. The Daily Bread show is going to take place on Saturday, almost said Saturday and January together. Saturday, January 22nd at the main course in Columbia, South Carolina. We're going to have Daily Bread, Durley, The Business, Milky Haze himself, and J-Ho coming out for the show. It's going to be incredible. We're very close to selling out. And, you know, that is just a huge compliment to us, especially our first show back in a while with Player One Productions. So thank you to all who have supported. And if you're thinking about supporting, you better make that decision quick. It's a big deal, man. Well,
I don't know if Jake told you, we had a crazy thing happen. I was at a New Year's show at in Charlotte, and I walk outside the show and I see Jake out there handing out flyers. Like, yo, I know you. What are you doing here?
Just some small world shit right there.
That's awesome. Yeah, beautiful moment.
Dude, that is all I have for you. Is there any final thoughts that you have?
Yeah. Appreciate you guys tuning in, listening to this. Would love for you guys to be at the show. Come to Wham Bam. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll be around at some festivals this year. Whether I'm playing at them or doing sound camps, just listen for the sax, listen for the guitar. You'll find me. And yeah, we appreciate you guys. Much love. And thank you for being you. Thank you for being you, and thank everyone for being you.
I love it, man. Yeah, absolutely. And be sure to go to the P1 podcast _ on Instagram. You can follow the link in bio to find everything: Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, etc. You know the deal, for all the updates for the upcoming episodes. And go follow Player One Productions on Instagram and Facebook. That's how you're going to get the show announcements. We got some crazy shows planned for this year already. So definitely you don't want to miss out on it. Where can people find your stuff, man?
Yeah, so right now just on SoundCloud. My EP will be on all platforms. I'm not going to tell you when it's coming out. It's coming out soon. I will tell you that my first single on Spotify is coming out next Friday. But yeah, for right now, SoundCloud, Milky Haze, and I'll be on all platforms very soon. Very, very, very exciting, man. I'm so stoked about it. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you all next time. See ya. Thank you guys. Much love.